Welcome back to my podcast. This is called The Way That I See It. My name is Lucy Superfox, and whether you are watching this now on YouTube or listening back on Spotify, Apple, or any other platform, welcome back and thank you for joining me. So, first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for all the love and support on this podcast. It makes a massive difference to me, and it makes me kind of feel like it's worth doing. You know, I think when you feel like you make an impact on somebody's life, whether it's in a small way or a big way, it makes you keep going and it gives you that purpose and drive and direction to keep doing what you're doing. So I would love for you to leave a review. I'd love for you to drop me a DM, tag me in your stories if you've listened to it, if you loved it. And I would love to know what you guys want to hear me talk about if there's anything specific. But this week's podcast is all about a little rant I've got to go on about the fact that everybody wants to chase down at the 1%, or they want to be the 1%, but aren't willing to do the 99% of the work. So we could apply this to a few industries. We could apply it to the business. We could apply it to fitness. We could apply it to body goals. We could apply it to a relationship, in fact, right? And I think for me, this is the premise that most people are missing in life. So let's talk about it from a well-being and a fitness point of view, first of all, right? So this is how I would relate it. I would relate it to somebody taking fat burners, tracking every calorie that they ate, but then not actually exercising, not drinking enough water, not getting a good sleep, not working out with any kind of structured plan, and maybe not really having any foundational knowledge about nutrition. So that would be a good example of someone chasing down the 1%. Like, we see this a lot in the fitness competing industry. Everybody wants to take the next fat burner. They want the next, crazy training protocol. They want the next supplement. They want the blue light glasses, right? But they don't actually want to do any of the basics. And I think the reason is the basics are boring. That's the truth, right? The basics are boring. They're dull, they're mundane. But honestly, guys, the magic is in the mundane. If you can master the mundane of your life, the things that it takes to get to success, whatever area of life that is, you will become the 1%. It's not the other way around, right? The example I always use in business is that you can have a 1% personality. You can be 1 in 100. You can be 1 in a million personality, right? You can have the character of a god. You can be a saint. You can be someone who's super freaking inspiring. But if you have zero freaking work ethic, right? You're not willing to do what it takes, and you've got no drive to actually move forward in life, you're not the 1%, babes. So I think what people fail to realize is that chasing the 1% doesn't make you the 1%. Building and working the 99% of what it takes. So whether that is the workouts in the gym, good nutrition on your plate, great sleep, tons of water, good recovery, and learning along the journey where you go, versus chasing down the next pill, the next fad diet, the next this, the next, juice detox, right? And there's nothing wrong with all those things in there, in the right context. But what we're looking for so much of the time is a shortcut. And honey, I don't believe in shortcuts. And I believe if you find one, then you're going to pay the price. And I think that's one of the things the fitness industry taught me massively, is that any shortcut that exists comes with a cost. So let's say you shortcut it by trying to take some kind of supplement, doing extra cardio, getting up at 5. Those things you're sacrificing: rest, sleep, recovery, your adrenals, your immune system. Those things have a finite window of how long they will last, right? This is where you see a lot of people throw themselves in everything for a short period of time into a diet, whether it's a prep for a show, a photo shoot. And then what happens afterwards is they burn and crash. Now, that doesn't happen to everyone, right? That happens to the people that are looking for the 1%. And these are the people normally that actually stand on stage and don't actually look that great and then wonder why they didn't win. And because they're looking for that quick fix, and because they threw themselves in a short amount of time with lots of effort, they feel like they should be rewarded more. And actually, the way that the world works, it doesn't matter what space you're in, the reward comes from doing the graft. Now, do I believe that it has to be hard work? No, I do not. I believe that once you're in flow with something, you feel inspired, you're driven by it, you're excited by the goal, you get in a great emotional state. I believe that actually things can feel easy. I'm not saying they are easy, they feel easy. And I've definitely experienced that myself. So this is why you'll see somebody who's maybe dieting and it looks effortless to them, and the person who it looks like it's tons of effort, it's how they feel about it, right? So that's a good example, right? The second example being business would be focusing on, let's say, making a reel that goes viral. Like, this reel is going to go viral. This is the one. This is it. This reel is the one that's going to go viral. But without actually doing all the foundational basics of business, like, what do you stand for? What's your brand about? Who are you? Are you doing outreach? Are you networking, meeting people face to face? Are you doing outreach on social media? And if you are they personalized, honest, integral messages, or are you spamming people? You know, are you connecting with the right customer base? Are you looking for the right ambassadors for your brand or product? Are you actually getting out there and meeting people in real life that might be right for your brand or right for kind of what you're about? And if the answer is no, you chasing down, you know, Instagram likes or a viral reel is you chasing the 1% without doing the 99. Now, there's an interesting concept that in the business world, which is working in your business versus working on your business, right? In your business is the admin, the nitty gritty, all the things you need to do day to day to make the business operate. And they are valuable and needed and absolutely have to happen for success, right? But for me, the key thing that is going to drive your business forward, that's going to move the needle, that's going to get the paycheck, that's going to sell the product, whatever it is, that is working on your business. So that basically means the sales and marketing side of it. Now, when you chase down the 1%, you are stripping away so much of that sales and marketing piece that what you're probably doing is working so much in your business and then hoping the 1% will be enough to create and generate success. And it's just not. It's just not. You have got to do the foundational basics of growing a business. Now, do I believe you can grow a business quickly? Yes, I do. Do I believe you can grow a business over 10 years? Of course. But the difference between those people is the work they're willing to do in basically a condensed time period. So if somebody becomes more successful in a shorter time period, they either, and I truly believe this, they either did more work than you in terms of volume. So whether it was outreach, networking, connections, they've probably done more personal growth than you and therefore have more self-confidence and belief. And therefore the energy they're putting out there is more abundant, more expectant, more positive. And thirdly, on top of that, if they have worked on themselves prior to starting this business, they have likely grown in influence before this business became a thing. And influence is a really, really key factor when it comes to success, particularly online and social media, but also in the business networking world. But here's the thing, you will never build influence on the 1%. Just because you've done the 1% thing, the viral reel, that doesn't automatically give you influence. If it did, every single person that got 1 million likes on TikTok would now be a famous international star earning £1 million a year, right? That doesn't give you influence. What gives you influence is having a journey, a story, doing the work, knowing what you're about, being committed, being consistent. And the challenge is the 99% of what you need to do is fucking boring. But here's the thing you need to hear. And I have to remind myself of this all the time. I'm not above this. I'm not beyond this. I'm not perfect, right? But the reason that I got into the top 1% of network marketing and the reason that I believe I reached top 1% in my careers in other industries is because I was willing to do what everyone wasn't willing to do. I was willing to do more hours, more time, put myself out there, put myself on the line, get uncomfortable daily. And you know what? The last 18 months has made us all go, oh, I don't know if I can say that. Can I say that? Is that all right to say that? Should I say that? Am I that person? Can I go out? Can I leave my house? Is that the rule? Can I travel? I don't know, right? We've questioned ourselves so much. And honestly, I was definitely there with that. I'm so fucking sick of it. And here's the thing, what that has led to is people not wanting to do the 99% because they think, oh, well, maybe I can scrape by on just the 1%. Maybe if I just do that reel, then I won't have to do those things that make me uncomfortable, that put me out there, that make people see me differently. And here's the thing, it's bullshit. In order to be the real 1%, in order to truly be the 1%, earning the 1% money, having the 1% success, whether that is in the fitness industry, the well-being industry, the business, it doesn't matter what you actually do. To be that top 1%, to have that 1% success, you have got to do the 99% and you've got to do it fucking well. And if you aren't prepared to do that, I'm going to tell you to get out of the game now. Get out the game, whatever game you're in, because the reality is unless you're willing to do that work to get to the top, you're going to live mediocre. Now, if mediocre and average is right for you, then honey, go for it. If you just want to compete for fun, go for it. If you just want to have a side hustle for fun, go for it. But here's the thing. What happens to most people is they set a goal for themselves that, let's say, is a 60% goal. I don't know, I'm just using percentages, just go with it, right? Let's say it's a 60% goal. They want to get into the top 40%, or they want to kind of get just above average in whatever it is they do in life and tick by and be comfortable. That's fine. Except in life, you are never standing still. You are either moving forwards or you are going backwards, and you have got to put yourself into forward motion. If you are not growing yourself, if that goal is not growing, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, whether it's year on year, month on month, week on week, it doesn't matter. What's then happening is you are actually sliding backwards. Now, do I believe that actually each year you can set a different goal in a different area of life and that means you're climbing forward? 1,000,000%. So let's say you decide to do a fitness competition this year. You didn't do that great, but actually you realize that wasn't for you. Great, that's a lesson for you. You've grown from that lesson, and now you're actually going to go and do a side hustle. You go do a side hustle and you get to kind of a middle point where you break even over the year and you're like, didn't really work out. But you know what, next year, as long as I go into making a profit, that's growth, right? That is also growth. So I don't want you to think, right, well, if I'm not in the 1%, this isn't worth doing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you're not willing to grow, get out of the game. If you're not willing to be striving forward, and it's not about more stuff and things, right? I'm not a stuff and things person at all. Like I didn't even own and design a label before my network marketing business. And it's only because in that business we gift very generously that became a thing for me, right? But the reason I'm saying that is more doesn't mean stuff and things. More doesn't mean money. More just means the next level you, because if you aren't growing, you are sliding backwards. And honestly, guys, frustration comes from stagnation. You will feel frustrated, lost, confused. You will feel if you're not aggressively moving forward, because there is no such thing as standing still. And so for me, whenever I feel frustrated in my life, I'm either doing one of two things. One, I'm standing still, or two, I'm trying to focus on that 1% and just do that 1% thing in the hope that it will tip the scales in the right direction. But let's look at that as two actual scales. So if I had 99% of the weight in one hand and 1% in the other, the scales would not be tipped in the right direction, right? They would be tipped very heavily in needing to do the 99. And that's what you have to remember. The 99% is the work that matters. The 1% is the shiny shit. It's the icing on the cake. It's the sprinkles, right? The foundation layers are the things that you need to be doing consistently over time. And if you do those foundation layers, the cake will always taste fantastic, right? But if you can have the nicest icing in the world, but if the cake is crap, the cake is crap, right? And so what we've got to remember is to chase and focus on the 99, being better at the 99 all the time, growing in that space of the 99 by doing the basics, by remembering the things that it took us to get to where we were. So you can compete on stage and look fantastic and have a great body, right? But if you then slip back to habits before you got into the gym, where you eat pizza every other night, drink wine every day, and you don't go to the gym, you're not ticking off the 99, no matter how great you looked in a bikini 3 weeks ago. You can put the bikini back on, which is the 1%, right? You can have the hair extensions, the 1%. You can have the shiny nails, the 1%, the shiny shoes. But if you're not doing the 99% of the basics, you're still not going to be good enough. It's the same thing in business. If you aren't doing the things it took to get your business started, to get your business moving, and to get your business growing, then what you're doing is trying to lean on the 1%. Maybe that is training your team. Maybe that 1% is, your social media. The reality is, if you aren't doing the things that got you to where you are in life, you're going to be going backwards. And so I just want this to be a really powerful reality check that so many people right now, because of social media, because of sensationalization and virality of content, people are leaning so much in on that, they're forgetting to do the 99% of the basics. And this has included me, right? I always speak from authenticity and my truth when I share with you guys here. And if I'm honest, that 99%, that's actually all that matters. Because the 1% happens because you are the person that is willing to do the 99. So if you're sat here right now thinking, holy shit, Lisa, I have no idea what the basics are. I've got so lost. I'm so confused. Reach out to me. Let's chat. Let me help you reframe what those basics are. Because those basics for your business, those basics for your lifestyle will be different for every single person. But the reality is, and it's one of my favorite phrases, the reality is, unless you are willing to do the 99, you will never reach the 1%. And more people need to hear that. Okay. A lot of people are waiting to be found, waiting to be discovered, waiting to go viral, waiting to find a rock star, waiting for this, waiting for that, waiting for this. You will be waiting your entire fucking life. Because by doing the 99% with intention, with energy, and with focus, you will not only create opportunities for yourself, you will attract the next level people. You will attract the next level opportunity. And in turn, honey, you will create your next level life, which will in turn mean you're living in the 1%. So if you resonate with this podcast, this message, please drop me a message. Let me know what you thought of it. This was the way that I see it. And I look forward to speaking to you all on the next episode.